everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is b.eeana and I'm a second year medical student at a DO school. So happy Tuesday, it's exam week. I have my psych exam on Friday, and for the first time ever, I am feeling really good about an exam. I am not too nervous about it. I still have some low-lying anxiety about the exam because I feel like it's impossible to not feel nervous about an exam. That's just how exams go. You're always a little bit nervous. I don't feel like I'm super lost or that I'm stupid or that I know nothing. And usually before exams, I'm usually on here venting to you guys saying things like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I don't know anything. That's not the case. I really feel like I really know my psych stuff. In my last vlog, I told you guys, I love psych. It's been my favorite thing that we've learned since first year. I love the pharmacology. I love all of the diagnoses. I find it to be super interesting. And yes, even though it's a lot of information, lots of nitty-gritty details that you have to remember in order to separate one diagnosis from another, lots of drugs you have to remember, lots of side effects, all of this. I find it all to be very interesting and I really, really enjoy it. And I love psych. I feel like learning this over the last few weeks has been really great for me, very enjoyable. Despite that, over the last week and a half, I have been feeling kind of down, maybe. I don't know if down is really the right word, but yeah, I've been feeling kind of down. I've been more tired than usual, more headaches than usual, less motivated than usual, and I've been having a much harder time getting out of bed. And I don't know if it's because I'm thinking about the exam and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to take an exam, or if I'm like, oh, I don't want to study anymore, because at this point I feel like I really know my psych stuff really well, which leaves me very little reason to want to keep studying it, because at this point I'm just reinforcing things that I already know. So I feel like it might be overkill at this point. I'm not sure, but yeah, for the last week and a half or so, I have been feeling not myself. I've been trying to do some introspection to think about why that might be. I've come to the conclusion that I am full of self-doubt. I'm very self-deprecating regardless of the situation I'm in. Whenever I feel like I'm not good at something, I always compare myself to other students and say, it seems like other students know what they're doing. They seem so on top of things. They seem to understand everything. And then here I am just struggling. I'm so stupid. I don't deserve to be here. Now with psych, I feel like I'm really on top of my game. I really know the drugs. I really know the diagnoses. I can read a case presentation and know usually what's going on with the patient and how to treat them. But then I see other students studying and they're struggling with psych, which makes me think, okay, do I really know psych? Am I really on top of my game? Because other people seem to be struggling, which makes me think I should be struggling more. So therefore I must be missing something. I must not really know as much as I think I do, because other students are having a hard time, so therefore I must also be having a hard time. So it just seems like regardless of whether I'm doing well or I'm doing poorly, I know something really well or I'm really thoroughly confused by it, I just always compare myself to other students and feel like I am less than. And that just sounds very toxic, don't you think? Like when I'm bad at something and everyone else is good at it, you're an idiot. And then when I'm good at something and other people are struggling with it, somehow I am still the idiot. So yeah, I've just been like battling this internal thing that's been going on. My thoughts are going a million miles a minute. And yeah, the last week and a half has just been very weird for me. I'm gonna get back to studying now. I can't wait until my psych exam is over, because then I get to go home and see my dog again this weekend. 35-year-old male was hospitalized for a psychotic episode in which he heard the voices of God and the devil and believed that his family was plotting to kill him. Okay, sounds like schizophrenia. He improves rapidly with medication, was discharged 3 weeks later. The patient comes to the emergency department due to generalized muscle stiffness and shaking of his right hand. Okay, that sounds like maybe some acute dystonias and some Parkinsonian symptoms. No other medical history. Temperature is normal, blood pressure normal, pulse is normal, respiration is normal. He has some paranoia, but no hallucinations. What is the following best treatment? He needs an anticholinergic, in which case it would be something like benztropine, which is this one. Yay. 35-year-old man comes to the office due to problems with irritability, anxiety, low self-esteem. He was recently fired due to poor work performance at his data entry job and worries about finding a new job and supporting himself. He's currently in a relationship, but mentions that his girlfriend is upset by his frequent lateness and forgetfulness and threatens to leave him. Further history indicates that his problems are long-standing and date back to childhood when he had behavioral problems in school. He frequently feels overwhelmed due to being disorganized. He frequently procrastinates. He's bored easily. He jumps to another project before completing another. He drinks 3 or 4 beers a week, smokes marijuana twice a month. He's cooperative, but he appears tense, restless, and easily distracted. I think he has ADHD. Year. 23-year-old woman comes to the emergency department due to chest pain, dyspnea, palpitations, perioral numbness, and sweating. She's extremely anxious and explains that her symptoms come on suddenly for no apparent reason, so it kind of sounds like a panic attack. Similar symptoms 2 or 3 times a week for the past several months. Okay. Blood pressure is high, pulse is kind of high, respirations are high, cardiac enzymes are normal, ECG is normal. Okay, diagnosed with panic disorder. She receives medications to feel better within an hour. Which of the following best describes the mechanism of action of the medication she received? She feels better within an hour, so it's pretty fast acting. So that makes me think she was given a benzo. I'm gonna say it, finds allosterically. Go you. Okay, hello everybody, happy Wednesday. I wanted to update you guys on how today went because it was actually a lot of fun. Although I didn't do any studying for my exam, there were a lot of other cool things that happened. Earlier this morning, we had standardized patient encounters with psych patients. It was very entertaining. All I'm gonna say is those standardized patients were phenomenal at acting because they really made me truly believe that they had either a manic episode or they had borderline personality disorder or they had schizophrenia because they were just that good at acting. And it was a really good learning experience. It made me realize that although I am really good at reading patient cases in a question and then determining what the diagnosis is and determining the medication, when it comes to actually talking to a psychiatric patient, I was having a really hard time figuring out what questions to ask and how to go about asking the questions, especially because some of these patients, they don't want to talk to you or they're combative or, they're manic and they don't really answer your questions. It made me realize, yes, I'm good at psych on paper, but maybe dealing with an actual patient I'm not too great at, which is fine because, this is the first time I've ever actually dealt with a patient like that, but it was still cool. And the setting today was actually different than normal standardized patient encounters. Usually it's one-on-one, but today for the psych patients, we were in a group setting. So it was me along with like 20 other medical students. All of the groups were assigned to one patient. It wasn't like I was asking the patient one-on-one questions. All 20 of us were asking questions. And because every medical student asked different questions and they have different trains of thought, I found that it was hard for me to ask my questions because some students would ask a question and then I would have a follow-up, but then another student would talk and they would ask their question and it goes off track from what I wanted to ask. And then at that point, I felt like it didn't make sense for me to ask my question. That made it a little bit difficult, but aside from that, I feel like it was a really good learning experience. Right after that, I went to SimLab, which is on the other campus, and it was a 40-minute drive. So I didn't have time to eat lunch, so I'm actually a little bit hangry right now, but I'm trying to hold it together for you guys. Today at SimLab, it was also so much fun. Last year when I had SimLab, I was a lot more stressed out. I was so nervous. I was scared that I was gonna mess up. This time around, I was so much more relaxed. I went in there, I had fun, and I was just like, you know what? I'm here to learn. I'm just gonna do my best with what I have and the knowledge that I have. Honestly, I'm kind of bummed by how I performed, but everybody else was telling me that I did really, really great and I was communicating with the patient really well and I seemed really confident and really competent and blah, blah, blah. They were saying all these great things, okay? But then at the end of the day, I made a huge mistake, and I can't tell you the specifics of the case because there are students who watch my blogs and they're not gonna have their SimLab until next week, so they're not supposed to know what the patients were. But long story short, I did everything right except for this one really big thing where I may have potentially harmed a developing fetus because I did something that I wasn't supposed to do because I didn't ask the question first. That's all I can say about that, but regardless, now I know. Always ask this question when you go see a patient in real life. Always get this test when you see this type of patient in real life, and never, ever, ever, ever order this test for this specific patient in real life. And I know that sounds totally stupid because you have no idea what I'm talking about. I know for the future now to not do the things that I did and to do certain things that I didn't do, so I won't mess up in real life when it actually matters. For the rest of the night, I'm just going to eat dinner. I'm gonna shower. I did write in my agenda that I would be studying for my psych exam. However, I'm honestly like pretty tired right now, and I don't know if I could even effectively study. I could passively read through the answers to the study guide, but aside from that, I don't really know if there's much more I could handle. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my last chance to study for the exam, and then Friday's exam day. Oh, last thing, I forgot to show you guys these paintings that I ordered off of Etsy. So here is this one, and then here is this one. This is like icicles. Both of these paintings were actually made by my younger cousin. I think he's like 12 and he has his own Etsy shop that he just opened up. I figured I would just support him by buying a couple of those, and I'm gonna hang them up around the house. And if you happen to be interested, I'm gonna leave his Etsy shop right here or like down there, wherever. And if you're interested, you can go take a look. But yeah, that's it. Guys, it's literally 7 o'clock in the evening and that was the first sip of water that I've had all day. Literally, don't be like me. Did you drink your water today? And if you didn't, can you drink some right now? Come on. Let's do it together. How did I go the whole day without drinking any water? That's actually terrible. Guys, I have some awful news. Okay, it's actually not that awful. It's awful for me, but you're literally not gonna care. Honestly, some of you are gonna be like, that sounds like great news, but okay. I have my psych exam tomorrow, and it's 3 hours long, which is fine. And this whole time I thought the psych exam was gonna start at 8 in the morning and then end at 11. So I thought I was just gonna get it out of the way and not have to think about it again. But the exam is actually from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Why would they do that? Why not just let me get the exam out of the way? Why would you make it in the afternoon? Now I have to think about it more tomorrow. I'm already at a point where I feel like I don't need to keep studying today, but because there was a whole day left, I feel pressured to keep studying even though I don't feel the need to. And now because the exam is tomorrow afternoon instead of tomorrow morning, I feel more pressure to continue studying tomorrow. Again, like I said a couple days ago, I already feel like the amount of studying is overkill, but I feel like I have to study because there's time. It seriously is not that big of a deal. I'm being so dramatic, but I just wish I could get the exam over with. You know, like how you've been preparing for an exam for 4 weeks and now you're just like, I want to get it over with at 8 in the morning, but they're like, no, you got to take it in the afternoon. Why? Literally, why? What is the reason? All right, guys, it's 6 o'clock now. I had OMM from 8 to 12 today. I got home, ate lunch, took a nap, woke up at 2, and then I studied from 2 up until now, and right now it's almost 6:30. So that's about 4.5 hours of studying, and again, I just felt like I was reviewing things I already knew. I feel like at this point, if I keep going, it's gonna be overkill. I feel like it's already been overkill, but the fact that there's more time to study just made me feel like I was obligated to study, even though I don't think I was learning anything new. So I'm gonna go to the gym at 7, and then I'm not gonna study for the rest of the night tonight. Tomorrow, my exam is at 1 p.m., which means there's gonna be more time for me to study tomorrow, but I'm just gonna sleep in and then go to the gym and then go take my exam and not study anymore because I feel like if I overstudy, I will just be hurting myself. You know what I mean? Despite the fact that I am not nervous for this exam, my mind seems to think that I was. I did not get a good night's sleep. I was tossing and turning for about 2.5 hours. I don't feel like I ever fell into a deep sleep the entire night. That freaking sucks. My friends Snapchatted me and they're all studying for the exam right now, and here I am in bed. And it makes me feel like I should just keep studying, even though for what? Like, literally for what? So I'm just gonna stay in bed, and then I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna go to my exam. Okay, oh dear, the time has come. The grades are out. This is either gonna ruin my mood for the rest of the day, or it's gonna make me happy. Nice. I did really well. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now I have to go back to watching these heme lectures. I'm already not a fan of hematology, but at least I'm done with psych and I did well. Hi everybody, this vlog is going up very late because last week was very busy. We just started hematology and I hate every second of it so far. I am feeling a lot of things and I was really not in the mood to edit my vlog or vlog again because psych ended and I miss it because I loved psych so much, and now we're starting heme and I really don't like it at all and I don't know what's going on. On Monday I have an OCS exam which I literally have not studied for at all, so I just have today and tomorrow, and then on Thursday I have my OMM physical exam which I also I don't know what's going on in OMM, so there's so much going on right now and I just have to close out the video. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye!